Hello, my name is Mark Wood. As a photographer, I work in a vast range of sizes and media. I also work with graphics and video, so it's important that I use a monitor that I can rely on. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to share my thoughts on the new BenQ SW271. Let's just take a first look. On the desk, it has good height adjustment, and it ships with a shading hood, which is excellent. It also looks good from the back. But the reason for showing you this is that it has lots of connections. It'll allow you to connect via HDMI, USB and DP input. Because it's a 4K monitor, it's really important to check that your computer can support that kind of resolution. Another nice feature of the 271 is that it can be turned into portrait mode and the shading hood can be configured. So what do we mean by 4K? 4K monitor like the 271, you can display 4 times high definition. The video playing in the top right hand corner, that's me, is in full HD. As a photographer, the thing that matters to me most is its ability to display 99% of Adobe RGB. This is something I explain a lot, but it is very important. What you're seeing on screen at the moment is a chromaticity arch, all the colours the standard human eye can see. And that's standard print colours of CMYK. Many monitors can only display the red dotted triangle, which is sRGB, which is great for video, but not great for print. And that's what you're seeing now with the white triangle. The white triangle is a representation of Adobe RGB, which encompasses the print colours. It's also Technicolor certified, the standard for colour accuracy in Hollywood and used across the media and entertainment industries. Now, to set up the 271, you'd use the Palette Master software. It helps you hardware calibrate the monitor, and that's an important part of all of the BenQ colour management monitors. You'll need a calibrator. Here I'm using an X-Rite i1. And then, having installed the Palette Master Element software, you can quite quickly configure the software to set up the monitor the way you want it to be. To learn more about calibrating displays, look for my BenQ post, Calibrating Colour Critical Displays. A feature that's important in all BenQ colour critical displays is its ability to display grey accurately. There's some quite technical terms involved here. Let me sort of show you in more human terms. On screen I'm going to bring up a slightly reddish tinted square followed by a purplish tinted square, and in the centre a neutral grey. When you look at a monitor displaying a neutral grey, it should not appear to have a colour cast, and by being able to hardware calibrate a display, any colour cast that may be present can be calibrated away. It's also important that a monitor can show grey evenly or tones evenly across the entire display area. What you're seeing at the moment is lightness towards the edges of the display. It's also important, and a feature of the 271, that it doesn't band greys. So if you're starting to see banding on screen, as I'm showing you now, that means that you've probably pushed the processing of your photograph too far. And that's very, very important in the work that I do. Subtle use of tone. I want to draw that out and get that into print. Sometimes in portraits, and a variety of portraits. The SW271 also supports high dynamic range content. This means that you can actually play and show video and graphics in vivid colour. Not something that I need to do for print, but increasingly as I work in video, being able to see what content will look like in high dynamic range is important. It also has a gamut duo function. What this means is you can take two computers, plug them into the SW271, and see the output from both computers displaying on one monitor. It's a kind of variation of soft proofing, and important for those people that are going to be deploying their imagery, whether that's photography or graphics, across multiple devices. Much of my work is available for print on demand via my Hookprint site. I need to know that when I've processed the photographs, I'm seeing an accurate representation of the tones and colours of the photographs that people might want to buy. That concludes this first little look at the SW271. I'm going to be sharing more thoughts on this new monitor soon, but go and take a look for yourself. I highly recommend it.